All right, let's get started. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hani Loza. I'm a Principal PM Manager in the SharePoint and OneDrive team. My team is responsible for three key areas. First is the on-prem release. The second is hybrid investments to extend your on-prem environment with the cloud capabilities. And last but not least, the investments that we're doing in migration to help each and every one of you easily migrate to the cloud.
Hi, everyone. I'm Roshane Silva. I'm a Senior Program Manager on the SharePoint and OneDrive team. I've been on the team for about 7 years now, since we started our journey to the cloud. Over that time, I worked on two main areas. One was engineering velocity, getting fixes and features out to you safely and quickly. And on our service management team, working to simplify and standardize our service architecture such that we can always scale well ahead of your needs. And now I'm super excited to be joining the migration mission.
Awesome. Thank you, Roshane. So I want to welcome you all to our session, What's New to Make Your Migration to SharePoint and OneDrive Free and Easy. And just to make sure that we got the right audience, how many of you are interested in a free and easy migration to SharePoint and OneDrive? Great. Awesome. So you're in the right session. And I promise you, we're not sales. We're actually from the engineering team. So by the end of this session, you will have a good understanding of the strategies and the tools that are available for you that you can use today to start your free and easy migration to the cloud. We're very excited to be on stage this afternoon and share with you all the capabilities that we've been working on. Our team has one main mission, is to make the migration easy for you and get every one of you to start their migration journey to the cloud. So as you start thinking about migration, the first question that you have to answer is, why do I need to migrate to the cloud? What does the cloud has to offer my organization? And I'm sure that you've been through many meetings, Jeff Teeper's sessions, and many other sessions that talk about the value of SharePoint and OneDrive and how the product completely changes the modern collaboration and the security infrastructure for your organization. And these are just some of the pillars that we talk about when we discuss SharePoint and OneDrive. Like, make it easy for everyone to work together and share content, whether inside or outside the organization. How to inform and engage people by connecting them with resources and information so they can do their best job. And automate processes so you can extend SharePoint to meet the business needs of your organization. So with that, looking at these numbers, we have a great momentum of customers joining SharePoint and OneDrive. Customers see the value, and they start shifting their usage from on-prem to the cloud. SharePoint and OneDrive is the #2 workload in Office 365 based on active usage right after Exchange. And these numbers are growing extremely fast month over month. So if you are not part of this telemetry, if you're not already in the cloud, today is the right time to start your migration plans and join this movement. But I can imagine that many of you are wondering, like, can easy and migration be on the same sentence, let alone the same conversation? There's a lot of FUD about migration and the complexity of the process. And for people who don't know what FUD is, it's fear, uncertainty, and doubt, because migration has a history of being hard and complex. Well, it doesn't have to be this way. Our team's mission, as I mentioned, is to make migration easy for every one of you. And our goal today is to answer and diffuse a lot of these myths about migration and put you on the right path to start your easy migration. So the first thing I want to do is introduce you to the SharePoint migration tool. Just show of hands, how many of you know about the SharePoint migration tool? Great, that's awesome. For the remaining who didn't raise their hand, the migration tool is basically, it's built by the Microsoft SharePoint and OneDrive team. It's a simple and powerful tool to enable you to migrate your content to SharePoint and OneDrive. We support migrating content from file share to SharePoint and OneDrive, and SharePoint 2013 content to SharePoint or OneDrive. This tool was released, the first time we released it was in January of this year, and since then we've been continuously adding capabilities to add additional support that would help you in your migration journey. So throughout this session, we're going to demo the capabilities of the tool for different scenarios. And hopefully by the end of that session, you will relate to these scenarios and you'll be able to apply it in your migration plans.
So what we're going to do today is step into your shoes. Haney and I are going to be the IT admins for Contoso. Now, as a company, we've decided to consolidate all of our content collaboration into SharePoint and OneDrive. That way we can get not only the end user benefits of easier collaboration, but also the benefits for us as admins of security and compliance. Now, what we're going to do to achieve that goal is migrate all of our data from where it exists today. And you can see we've got a few different data sources. Firstly, we have data on file shares. All of our employees have a personal drive on our file shares. Secondly, we have SharePoint 2013. A lot of our content collaboration happens there. We also have a few users who are using third-party cloud systems as well to save and share documents. So I know this is a lot, but don't worry. We're going to take this step by step and consolidate all of this down into an easy project plan. We'll take it source by source until we get the job done. So the first one we're going to tackle is our file shares. So as I mentioned, we have a central network file share at Contoso, and all of our 2,000 employees have a personal drive there. Now, my plan is to move each of these personal drives, and in total I estimate it's about 300 terabytes of content. I want to move all of these personal drives into a OneDrive for each employee. Now, by doing that, users will be able to access their files from anywhere, collaborate more easily by sharing files and co-authoring, and we'll be able to have all the data in OneDrive so we can have all the great governance features that we have over there. So let's see how we can do that migration using the SharePoint migration tool.
So just show of hands, how many of you relate to this scenario? How many of you have personal file shares for your employees? Great. We hear the same feedback from our customers as well, that most of our content is saved on file shares. A lot of personal drives are still in file shares, and it would be great to move them to OneDrive to get the benefit of what OneDrive can offer.
So now it's my pleasure to reintroduce you to the SharePoint migration tool. So if any of you have used it before, you'll immediately notice something. We've done a beautiful new refresh of the UX. Now we've done this to better align with the fabric components that we use across SharePoint and OneDrive. So you have one consistent, beautiful, and easy to use experience. Now I'll click the Start Your First Migration button to get started. So the tool gives me a few options of data sources where we can move content from. I can choose SharePoint on-premises or file shares. You'll also notice that we have a bulk migration option. This allows you to create a JSON or CSV file with all of your migration details in it and input that into the tool. But let's get started by just moving one user's personal drive to their OneDrive. And let's start with Haney's documents. So to do that, I'll click on File Share. So what's the source that we want to migrate? Here, I'll put into the tool the path to Haney's existing personal drive. So I have that drive open here. So we can see that Haney's got a couple of Office documents on his personal share. And so this is the path that I'll put into the migration tool. Now that I have that, I'll click Next. So now that we've told the tool where the content is that we want to migrate, now we'll select what destination we want to move it to. So since we're moving this content into Haney's OneDrive, I'll put his OneDrive URL here. Now the migration tool will do a very quick check to make sure that it can contact and has access to Haney's OneDrive so that it can successfully migrate content there. You'll also notice that I can select different document libraries to move the content to, but since we're moving to OneDrive, I'll stick with the default document library. So now that I have that, I'll click Next to move on. And this is our summary page. So this tells me all of the migration tasks that I've put into the migration tool so far. So here we can see the one task that I've added, moving from Haney's personal drive in our network share over into his OneDrive. I can also add more migration tasks using this Add Another Source button, and I can give the migration a friendly name so I can refer to it more easily. I also have this handy button down here called Save for Later. This allows me to configure my migration now, but choose to run it at a later time if I like. But for this demo, let's go ahead and do the migration right now. So I'll click Finalize Migration. So the final step before we actually start moving content is to review that we have all our settings the way we like before the content starts moving. There's a few settings that I'd like to bring to your attention here. The first one is this one here called Only Perform Scanning. Now, if I turn that option on, what the migration tool will do is scan all of Haney's source documents and make sure that they're ready to migrate into the cloud. It will also give me a nice inventory of all the files that he has so that I can get a good understanding of what's going to move and how much content I'm moving. So let's take a quick look at what that report looks like. So I did a scan of Haney's file share documents earlier using the migration tool, and this is the report. So we can see all of those Office documents that we saw on Haney's personal drive earlier and which type of file they are, along with how big each of the documents is. We also see where the documents live on the source location and where they're going to go when we do the migration. So you can imagine how this would be super helpful when you're dealing with a large-scale migration where you need to get a good understanding of what content you have. So now that we've seen this, let's get back to the migration tool. So if I leave this setting off, what will happen is the migration tool will still do that exact same scan, but what will happen is all of the content that is ready to migrate will get migrated right away. So as that migration happens, any files that can't be migrated, you'll get a nice report of all the, a burn down list with all the issues that are remaining, so you can come back and fix those at your own pace and do a second pass of the migration. So speaking of a second pass of migration, that's the next setting that I wanted to talk to you about, which is called Enable Incremental Migration. This is a super powerful setting. Now, if I turn this on, what will happen is the migration tool will scan all of the files that are already in the destination location and only move the content that is either not already there or has been updated in the source. That way, I'm not spending time migrating files that are already there only to have no change happen, but I can still catch up on any changes that have happened that are new. So the reason why this is so powerful is it enables you to do large-scale migrations without impacting your end users. Your users can keep using the source content while you silently migrate all of the content over into your destination over multiple passes. When the source and destination are getting close, you can choose a day, so let's say a Saturday, where you can set the source content to read-only, do one final incremental migration just to catch the last few set of changes your users have made, and then when they come in on Monday, they'll be able to start working on the destination without missing any of their changes. It'll be seamless. So now that I've got all the settings the way I want them, I'll go ahead and click Migrate. So the next screen we'll see is our In Progress screen. It'll give us a nice view of status, not only for each migration task that's happening, but also an aggregate status across all of our tasks. I also have the options to pause or cancel this migration as it's happening, and by popular demand, we also have a new button over here that lets us start a new migration if we like, without closing the tool and reopening it. So now we can see that Haney's file share migration has completed. So let's take a look at what his OneDrive looks like. So we can see in Haney's OneDrive that all of his Office documents have been moved over. And it's not just that the content has moved over, but take a look at the modified date. That hasn't been overwritten with the date and time that the migration happened. We've preserved all of the metadata that was there on the source, so you're not losing any of that critical information. So what we've just seen is over just a quick few minutes and a few clicks, we were able to migrate Haney's documents from his personal drive on our file share, and now he's ready to collaborate in the cloud. So how great is that?
Awesome. So, Roshane, you mentioned that we have 2,000 employees that we need to migrate. You just migrated one. How are we going to get the rest of the job done?
Yeah, that's a great question. So let's walk through that. So like Haney just mentioned, right now we've moved one user's documents. We've moved Haney's content from our file share into OneDrive. Now, when we're talking about moving all of our employees, all 2,000, we need to think about how we're going to scale this operation. So one thing that I can do is create a JSON file with all 2,000 of my users' migration details and input that into the migration tool. Now that will work, but it might take some time. So how can we speed that up? What I'll do instead is install the migration tool on 4 more devices and split my JSON file into 5 smaller files. What that will let me do is parallelize the migration and leverage all the computing power of those extra 4 machines. This will enable me to get better throughput and get through all of those 2,000 users' migrations more quickly. Now, in addition to this scale-out strategy that we have, I'm also super happy to announce another new feature that will really help with your scale migrations. And that is our brand new PowerShell support for the migration tool. So this will allow you to automate all of your migration processes using the migration tool. You'll get to leverage all of the functionality that you get in the migration tool UX, and the PowerShell support comes bundled in with the tool. So you don't even have to do anything special to get it. Now, we have a pretty simple 4-step model for how you use our PowerShell support. So let's walk through that. The first step you do is to register your migration session. Think of this as a container. It encapsulates the migration that you're about to do. Once you've done that, you add migration tasks. Now, just as a reminder, a migration task is very simply a source location where your data exists today, paired with a destination location where you want the data to move to. So once I've added all my migration tasks, the next thing is to kick off the migration. Once I've done that and the migration is in progress, I can just check status at any time until the migration completes. So now that we've seen this model, let's see how we could do that previous JSON example using our PowerShell support. So the first step I'll do is to load the JSON file so that I can use it in PowerShell. And then we'll move into our 4-step process. Step 1 is I'll register the migration session. Step 2 is the meat of it. I'll iterate through my JSON file, and for every object in that file, I'll add a migration task. Once I've done adding all the tasks, I'll start the migration, and once it's running, I can check on progress. So what we've seen now is how we can do scale migrations using the SharePoint migration tool by not only scaling it out to get better throughput, but also by using our new PowerShell support to automate all those processes. So how easy is that?
Awesome. So just to recap what you've seen so far, the SharePoint migration tool is a simple but extremely powerful tool. You can use it to migrate your content from file share. You can use it for the simplest migration all the way to the largest migration that meets your needs. You can do the bulk migration through CSV and JSON, as well as through PowerShell. We are extremely proud of bringing PowerShell support into the tool. Since we released earlier this year, the #1 feedback from the customer has been to provide PowerShell support. As Roshane mentioned, it gives you the ability to automate and then integrate the migration process tasks into your own workflow and your own processes. Also, we understand that assessment is a very important phase of migration. So the SharePoint migration tool has built-in content assessment where it runs 20 different criteria to assess your content before it migrates. And this is extremely useful, so you know exactly what you're getting into which content is ready to migrate, and which content might need some attention before you get over to OneDrive and SharePoint. The end result is you will get a predictable outcome with SPMT using the built-in scans. In addition, given that it's a flexible tool, anyone can download it. It gives you the flexibility to design the right migration strategy for you. You can use it for a org-wide IT-led migration, or you can decide to distribute the tool to IT admins at departmental level so they can manage their own migration. And it's simple enough for an end user to self-migrate their own content to the cloud. Gives you all kind of flexibility to decide what's the right model for you. And then again, it's a simple tool, but extremely powerful, as I said. Since we released in January of this year, more than 14,000 tenants have used our tool. More than many petabytes of content have been migrated, and some tenants have migrated more than 100 terabytes each. So definitely the tool can scale to whatever job you have. So now that we have our file shares in the cloud, how easy was that? Was that free and easy? Awesome. So with that, let's go to our next source, which is SharePoint. So before we drill a little bit with that, I want to share with you how did we do it in Microsoft. Just a few years back, all our SharePoint usage has been on-prem. And because we're cloud-first company and want to transform our usage to the cloud, we decided to move all our on-prem usage to the cloud. So our IT admins came up with a very simple strategy, but it worked beautifully. First, they set up hybrid. The first thing we did was set up hybrid OneDrive. So we end up moving some of our content and some of our usage to the cloud. And shortly after, we started going after migrating the collaboration sites and content. And this was the easiest to migrate, and at the same time, they had high return of investment, because once we migrated those sites, all our collaboration usage continued to be in the cloud. And we knew that we have portals that are highly customized and sites that are running business processes. And we knew that those sites are going to take longer to be rebuilt to be ready for the cloud. But during this process of being rebuilt, these farms that stayed on-prem are hybrid connected, so all the usage continued to be in the cloud, and only the usage for these particular applications stayed on-prem. So that's the model that we have used at Microsoft in order to transition our on-prem usage to the cloud. So back to Contoso, we're running SharePoint 2013 farm. And lately, our content and our usage has been growing extremely fast. It's becoming a challenge for our IT department to maintain these farms and to scale out these farms. So we decided to move our usage to the cloud because we're going to get productivity gains for our end users, and we'll also get IT efficiency by moving that to the cloud as well. Like most SharePoint farms, our content mostly are in team sites. Our users all have my sites where they can store personal documents together with file share, but we migrated their file share. But we have the portals and the sites that are running line of business application. So we believe our SharePoint deployment follows the 80-20 rule. 80% is the content and the collaboration sites that are easy to move, and the 20% are the custom applications and business logic that needs to be rewritten for the cloud. So we're planning to follow the Microsoft guidance in our Contoso migration process. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to enable hybrid in our on-prem environment. And hybrid was the first step in our migration journey because it allows us to move to the cloud at our own pace. We decide which services to enable in hybrid and which one we keep for on-prem. Also, it gives us the flexibility to either go all in and enable that for all the organization, or decide to pilot with some department or some set of people to start going to the cloud. So for IT admins, you have full control of how far or how little you would go in with hybrid. Also, for Microsoft, we made a lot of investments in order to make hybrid configuration much easier by giving you the hybrid configuration wizard. Just few clicks, you enable the features, and you become the hero of your organization by moving the usage to the cloud. And once you set up hybrid, you put your organization in a very good position at this point, because all the new collaboration happens in the cloud. You don't have to worry about accumulating debt in your on-prem environment that later you will need to migrate. Once you do that, then and you get all the new content happening in the cloud, then you can shift your focus back to your on-prem environment and figure out how you can start migrating the existing sites. And we have a lot of options for hybrid, starting with the hybrid app launcher, which gives you the ability to integrate with your on-prem environment. With a click from the ribbon, you're able to access the services that are available in the cloud. Also, you have different features that can be hybrid enabled, like hybrid OneDrive, in order to get your personal content straight in the cloud. And Yammer, so you can get the conversational and social aspects happening in the cloud. Also, hybrid sites allow you to create team sites and external sites in the cloud as well. And I want to just touch base a little bit on the external sites. How many of you manage external sites in their on-prem environments? How many of you would say, like, it's an easy configuration and you can do it securely? Not a lot of hands, right? But this is the power of the cloud. You can easily create a site that you can share and collaborate with other businesses outside of your organization, while you have full control of how external sharing can happen, and you have the full security and the protection of the cloud. Also, in addition to these features that you can enable, we have a set of data discovery features like hybrid search that allows you to have a common index in the cloud for your on-prem and your cloud content. And similarly, hybrid taxonomy and content types, where you can have one term store that you can use for both your on-prem and the cloud. So a rich set of features to help you bridge your on-prem environment with the cloud capabilities. And for Contoso, we're planning to enable the OneDrive and hybrid My Sites in our environment. And let me quickly demo how we're going to do that. All right, so now I'm logged into my SharePoint 2013 farm. I'm running the hybrid configuration wizard. The first thing the wizard is going to ask me is to provide credentials for my on-prem environment and my cloud tenancy that I'm going to connect to. In this case, I put my credentials. I'm going to quickly validate that I didn't do any mistakes with the password. Now that came clean, I'm going to click Next. What's happening at this point is the wizard is doing prerequisite checks and make sure that both my environments are set up correctly for me to start configuring hybrid. And sure enough, came pretty quickly. Everything seems in order, and I'm ready to proceed. So I'm going to click Next. And here I have the list of options, list of features that I can enable for hybrid. Hybrid OneDrive. So if I have an existing OneDrive, that would be directed to the cloud. And if anybody joining our organization, if we provision the OneDrive for them, that's going to by default go to the cloud. Hybrid sites allows me to have a common place in the cloud for all my followed sites. And then hybrid business to business, so I can create these sites that I can share externally with other businesses. This is the feature I want to enable as well, which is hybrid self-serve site creation, because any new projects that I want my organization to start, I want that collaboration to happen in the cloud. I'm going to quickly choose the web app for this site creation, and then I'll enable the app launcher. Enabling the app launcher automatically updates the ribbon, so once I click on the service that's hybrid connected, it automatically redirects me to the cloud. So I think I'm pretty much set. I'm going to enable these features. I'm going to click Next. And the hybrid configuration wizard at this point is doing all the configuration. This used to be a lot of manual configuration, a lot of PowerShell scripts that you need to run. And the hybrid configuration wizard does that for you now. And usually, That runs pretty fast and almost done. Boom. Now, I got a simple report that all my features I enabled for hybrid, it seems that have been configured correctly. So in few clicks, in less than 30 seconds, I've empowered everybody in my organization to start using the capabilities of the cloud. So now let me switch to my account as an end user. Now I'm logged into my team site, and that's where my document where I collaborate with my team. And I want to access my OneDrive. And again, as an admin, I haven't done anything different other than enable the OneDrive feature. I'm going to click on OneDrive and look at the URL. I'm now directed to my OneDrive in the cloud. And these are the documents that Roshane just migrated from a file share to my OneDrive. So now I have one place where I can consolidate all my collaboration for my personal documents in one place in OneDrive. How easy was that? And then, also, so that's for OneDrive. For the self-serve site creation, I'm going to go to my self-serve site creation. I'm starting a new project. We'll call it the SharePoint migration tool. And I'm going to click on the self-serve site creation link from on-prem. I get automatically redirected to the cloud to create either a team site or a group site. So now I'm going to click on a team site. I'll give it a site name. It will check if the site name and the group is available. And sure enough, that's available. I'll put myself as the group owner. And I'll know that I'm going to collaborate with Roshane. So I'm select his name. And I think I'm pretty much set. At that point, I'm ready for the site to be created. The site is being created in the background, and sure enough, it's done. And in few clicks, my collaboration transitioned from on-prem to the cloud. And now I have a modern, inviting experience to start collaborating within my organization. Few clicks, and all our new content is happening in the cloud. Was that easy?
Slides. Okay, so now that we've done the critical step of enabling hybrid, we've got all of our new content being created by default in the cloud. That allows us to refocus and just migrate the existing content that's on our SharePoint 2013 farm already. So this farm has been around for about 5 years now. It's been growing organically, and there hasn't been a lot of governance around it. So the first thing that we'll need to do is get a good handle of what content is out there. So our goal is to classify all the content that we have in our SharePoint farm into these 3 buckets: leave behind, migrate, or rebuild. So the first bucket, leave behind. This is all the content that's just not relevant anymore. It could be old, it could be that people have stopped using it. It's just, there isn't enough ROI to move that into the cloud. We'll spend all that time and those resources migrating that content, and it's just not going to be used again, just as it's not being used on-prem. The second bucket is migrate. This is the gold. This is what you want to migrate. This is all of the content that's new, it's fresh, and it's relevant, and we can get great ROI because it's also the content that's easy to move. So just by moving a few sites where we have fresh content that's ready to go, we can get a lot of collaboration moving to the cloud with very little pre-work from us. The third bucket is rebuild. This is all the content that is still relevant to your organization, but it would be better served rebuilt using new modern cloud technologies rather than trying to lift and shift the existing experience. So now that we've defined these buckets and we know how we want to classify all our content, how can we go about doing that? So let's take a look at how we can do that using the SharePoint Migration Assessment tool. So now I've logged into one of our VMs that's running our SharePoint 2013 farm. Let me go ahead and start the assessment tool by clicking over here. The assessment tool will start immediately. It will detect that we have a SharePoint 2013 farm running on this VM, and it will start going through all of the scans that are built into it. And we'll see real-time status as it goes through, as each of the different scans go from queued to running, and then finally to finished. So you can see it's pretty quick, and when it's finished, it will generate a few reports for us that can help us understand the content that we have. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of those reports now. The first report that I want to show you is the summary report. This one starts by giving us a very high-level understanding about what content is on the farm. We can see that we have 9 sites on this farm and a total of 2 terabytes of content. Now below that, we can see very quickly at a glance all of the issues that were caught when the assessment tool ran. So we can see that we have a couple of onesie-twosie issues over here. That's something that I should go and look at and remediate. But this one really draws my attention. I have 193 workflow issues that I need to look into. So this gives me a good feeling for what I'm up against. What's my burn down list for the things I need to go and look at in order to do my migration. We also have a handy help link next to each of these scans that were caught, so you can go and find out more information on how you can remediate that content. Now the second report that I want to show you is the site assessment report. This one gives me a list of all of the sites we have in this SharePoint 2013 farm. It shows me how much content in terms of size is there, when it was last modified, how popular it was, like how many hits it's gotten all time, and by how many users, and how many issues were caught in that run of the assessment tool. So let's take a look at some of these. There's some things that jump out to me immediately. So looking at this travel site, take a look at this. Most of our sites have been modified, looks like yesterday, 9/25. But this one hasn't been modified for pretty much this entire year. So this gives me a hint that this content is outdated. It's not relevant anymore because people have just stopped using that. Very similarly, take a look at these 2 sites. There are 2 sites that have only 4 visits across both of them. So this content doesn't seem very relevant. There's not people using it at all. In addition to that, we've got all of those workflow issues that we saw in that previous report. They seem like they're all on this site. So that's something that I'm either going to leave behind or I'm going to at least postpone so I can go and take a look at what those issues were. But now look at these 2 sites. These fall into that second bucket, the migrate bucket. They're modified recently. They have a lot of hits, so there's people collaborating on them. There's a lot of users using them, and the assessment tool scan didn't pick up any issues. So what this means is that without doing a lot of pre-work, because there aren't any issues that we need to remediate, we'd be able to move a whole bunch of content collaboration into the cloud with great ROI. Now, the last report that I want to share with you is the identity report. So there's a scan in the assessment tool that will look at your on-premises identities and compare them with the cloud identities you have in Azure Active Directory. And it gives me a list here of which identities were able to match and which ones weren't. So let's take a quick look at these. The first one here is an exact match. And that's because there was a user on premises called spAdmin on the domain Contoso. And in Active Directory, in AAD, we have a user called spAdmin who is on the Contoso domain. So there's an exact match here. So that means when the migration happens, we'll be able to map that user's content from the source onto the destination, and we're good to go. On the second one, we have a partial match. Here we have a user called Haney, and it's on the domain spfarm. In AAD, we do have an account named Haney, but it's on the domain Contoso. So here we have a partial match because one field matches and the other one doesn't. So as an admin, I just need to verify that this is the right mapping that we have, and the migration will automatically work. It'll be able to do that mapping and move forward. On these final two, we have no match. So there's two accounts, Roshane and Simon, both on the SP farm domain. But in AAD, there wasn't a matching account. So in order to migrate these users' content, I'll want to remediate that by provisioning these user accounts in AAD before I do that. And that way we can make sure all the permissions get carried over. So we just saw a look at how we can use the SharePoint migration assessment tool to get an inventory of what's on our SharePoint 2013 farm, as well as a nice burn down list of the issues that I can go and remediate to make my migration successful. So how helpful is that?
Awesome. So just to recap what Roshane demoed, we have the SharePoint assessment tool that supports both SharePoint 2010 and SharePoint 2013. The tool answers two fundamental questions. Number one, what is the state of the content that I have? This is the biggest challenge for any SharePoint migration. Most of our SharePoint farms have been migrated from 2003 to 2007, 2010, and without little governance. So it's very hard for an IT admin to understand which sites are ready to migrate, which sites have custom code or custom master pages. All of that, the assessment tool can easily answer those questions, so you can scope down the problem and start having a solid migration plan for your on-prem environment. Also, the SharePoint assessment tool have more than 30 scans that gives you a comprehensive understanding of what issues you might need to remediate before you start your migration project. And with the site usage analysis, this is something that we added earlier this year. It gives you not just what kind of content that's ready to migrate, but is it the right content? Do I need to migrate it? How would the usage of this content in my farm? And you make the right decision based on the data, whether there's something that you no longer would add any value to you to migrate, so you keep it, or you no longer need it, and you don't need to pay the cost or the effort and time to migrate it. So it gives you a lot of knowledge there. The big other feature that I provide is the identity mapping, as Roshane showed you. This is something that a major challenge that we hear from our IT admins. The identity mapping between the on-prem identity and the cloud identity tend to be done manually in an Excel file, and you try to match these identities. And often, they're done incorrectly. And the impact of an incorrect identity mapping is a major security or privacy issue. So the tool takes care of that for you. In a simple command, you get the assessment and you get the identity mapping. You have all the information you need to take the remediation steps to get to a predictable migration plan. And again, like SharePoint migration tool, the assessment tool is also available for anyone to download. So I encourage you to take a look at the link, download it in your environment, scan it, and start your migration plans. So now we understand the content that we have. Now we understand which sites are ready to migrate. Let's start the migration. And again, let's bring you back to the SharePoint migration tool. We used it earlier to migrate our file share content to the cloud. This time, we're going to migrate our content from SharePoint 2013 to the cloud. Originally, when we first released the SharePoint migration tool in January, we only supported content from document libraries. But later in the spring, we added support for lists. We support multiple list types, 17 different list types that are heavily used by our customers. So you should be able to meet all your content migration needs. In addition, on-prem has different ways of authentication. We added broader authentication support, including ADFS and forms. And with ADFS, we support SAML claims, two-factor authentication, and others. So you should be able to easily connect to your environment and start your migration plan. In addition to these, all the new capabilities with supporting JSON and PowerShell, you can use these capabilities as well as for your SharePoint migration. So without further talk, why don't we see this in action?
Let's do that. So this is the on-premises team site that I want to migrate. So we can see we've got a document library here. I want to get all of that content into the cloud. I also have a few lists that I want to move as well. I've got my sales targets list, and I've got a planning list. I need all of this content to be in the cloud. Let's see how we can do this using the migration tool. So in this scenario, I'm moving a SharePoint site. So I'm going to click on SharePoint on-premises. And here I'm going to enter the URL to the site that we were just looking at. So again, the migration tool is going to do a quick check to make sure that it can contact and access the site that we want to migrate. And take a look at this. We have an option to migrate all the lists and libraries that are on that site, or we can also choose from any one of those lists or libraries that are available. But for this demo, I want to migrate all of the lists and libraries, so let's click Next to continue. Now, the tool gives me an auto-suggested name for the site based on the site that exists on-prem. So I'm going to make a quick tweak to this URL. And the migration tool will now check if that site already exists in the cloud or if it will create it for me. And in this case, the site doesn't exist, so the migration tool will create it. This is great because it saves me from having to do a bunch of pre-work to create sites before I do my migration. So I'll click Next to continue. And this page is familiar to you now. This is the migration summary page. And this tells me that I'm moving my Northwest sales site from on-prem into a Northwest sales site in the cloud. So now that I've got this set up, I'll click Finalize Migration. And I see this familiar Review My Settings page. So there's two settings that I want to talk to you about on this page as well. The first one is Preserve User Permissions for SharePoint migration. When I have this option turned on, the migration tool will look at my on-premises identities and my cloud identities and do that mapping such that the content that moves over, all of my user permissions and sharing will be carried over and persisted through the migration. The other setting that I want to show you is these two date filters. These ones let me migrate only the content that was either created or modified after a certain date. Now this really helps me in only moving the content that is fresh and new and relevant rather than having to move all of the content. So for now, I like the settings how they are, so I'm going to go ahead and click Migrate. So again, we'll see a very familiar progress screen where we can see status as the migration happens. But rather than waiting for that, let's see what the end result of the migration will look like. So again, just as a reminder, this was the on-premises site that we had. Now let's take a look at what the migrated site looks like. And here we go. We have the same Northwest sales site in the cloud, but now it's using a new, beautiful, modern team site template. We have this modern homepage, and we can see that all of the documents that I had on-prem are now in this document's web part. We can also see it in the full document library experience and using this new modern template. And let's check out our lists as well. I've got my event planning list, also in my modern list template. And here's my sales targets list. So just like that, we were able to migrate all of the content from our on-prem 2013 site into a new modern equivalent site in the cloud. Now, how easy was that?
Awesome. So you can use a SharePoint migration tool to migrate your content from file share, and now you can migrate your SharePoint 2013 content from document library and lists with full fidelity to the cloud into a modern experience so you can start your collaboration. But wait, there's more. So we want to share with you some of the new features that we're working on to expand our support in SharePoint 2013. We don't want to stop just at the content. We're planning to introduce full out-of-box SharePoint 2013 site migration support in SharePoint migration tool. Yeah. I love the energy. Exactly, that's for you. Awesome. So basically, we're working on that. We're just going to demo it today, but it's going to be available early next year for public preview, so you can try it and give us feedback. But what you're going to get with a full site migration is you get the cycle collection, the subsites, the entire site structure will be created for you, site metadata, documents, libraries, pages, web parts, including web part connections that already been set on-prem. We'll preserve that moving forward. So you have full fidelity of the site that you have on-prem to the cloud. Would you use that? Awesome. So again, let's not talk. Let's show a demo.
Okay, so we have this same identical site that we had on premises, the Northwest Sales site. But this time I want to draw your attention to a few other things, not just the content. You can see that we have added a site icon over here. We've got a few subsites in this site. Let's take a look at this first one called Drones, which also has a site icon. And we have our, something added to the nav. We have a page added here. And let's take a look at that page. So here we've got a few different web parts on this page, sorted in this layout. And I've even got a web part connection. So if I click on this filter, and let's say I select Washington, this sales targets list should filter based on my selection. And there we go. So we have a working web part connection on the on-prem source site. Now let's see what happens when we migrate this site using our upcoming migration tool. So again, this scenario is migrating a SharePoint site, so I'll click on SharePoint on premises. And again, I'll put in that exact same URL that we migrated the first time, the Northwest Sales site. This time, I'm going to also include all subsites since I want to migrate those. And note the difference in this drop-down menu here. Before, we could only select to migrate all lists and libraries. Now we've got lists, libraries, pages, and web parts. And we can choose to migrate any one of those parts, or like in this demo, I want to migrate all of them. So let's continue. Again, the tool automatically suggests a site URL for me. I'm good with that. Let's keep going. And we'll see that familiar summary page that gives me the source and destination tasks as well. I'm good with this. Let's click on Finalize Migration. Familiar settings screen. I'm all good with how the settings are. Let's click Migrate. I want to see what this site looks like. So while this continues, let's see what the site looks like based on a migration that we just did. So again, here's the on-premises site. We've got our subsites, and we've got our page with web parts. Now look at this site after it's migrated. We've got this beautiful modern homepage again. We've got our site icon that's been preserved. We've got our subsites that have also been migrated. So let's take a look at this drone site. So this one has also gotten a new modern template. The site icon has been carried over along with all of its contents. We can see all the documents that are automatically put into that web part. And we also had this addition in the nav, which has also been persisted. And let's take a look at what that site looks like now. So we've got our page. We have the layout that looks just like it was laid out on premises. And we have all our web part content here. Now for the ultimate test, let's see if this web part connection works. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'll click on Washington, and let's see if our sales targets list gets updated. And it does. So now we can see how easy it is to migrate an entire site from SharePoint 2013 into SharePoint in the cloud. And just think about this. This is what the team site looks like right after it's been migrated. Imagine what it will look like after these users have started using the site a little bit to collaborate and add rich content there. And this is what it could look like. We have a lot of rich content. We have news posts coming in, some modern web parts. We've got modern lists with custom formatting and all these recent documents. So we can see how it's just so easy to start migrating your sites from on-premises to the cloud and really get some great collaboration going. So how do you like that?
Awesome, and this particular demo actually highlights one concept that you want to think about when you think about your migration. We could have done the migration with a lift and shift of what we have existing on-prem and use the same experience in the cloud. But this, you might not get the best benefit when you do that. In our case, we decided to move what's relevant and move it into a modern experience. So now all our end users will get the best collaboration experience, and they can get engaged with SharePoint Online. So just to share with you our roadmap, as you can see, we've been extremely busy this year. In January, we released the first version of SharePoint Migration Tool, also known as SPMT, that's the acronym. We could interchange. But in the first release, we only supported file share migration and documents out of SharePoint 2013. And in May, we released another update to focus on SharePoint 2013 lists. We added additional on-prem auth support, and as well as the site creation that's done for you. And then at Ignite, on Monday, we announced the general availability of the PowerShell support for SPMT. And you get that together with the UX. Once you install the tool, you get the PowerShell components as well. And then in a couple of weeks, mid-October, we're going to be releasing the GA build that has all the beautiful UI that you have seen. That's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. Early in Q1, which Q1 of next year, CY19, we're going to have the public preview of the support for a full out-of-box site migration. Later in the year, that's in the kind of a little bit of the planning, we're planning to add additional support for 2010 and 2016. Just talking to many of the customers, we understand that you're still in 2010 and would like to move your content. We'll work to add support for that. So a couple of things I need from you. Number one, remember the link, download the tool, and start your migration. Second, connect with us on user voice. A lot of the investments that we have done, especially PowerShell, adding list support, those investments, and now the 2010, those are actually direct feedback from you. So connect with us on user voice, use the tool, let us know what you think, what other value that you'd like to have, and then definitely we want to consider that. So I hope that at this point we've shown you how easy is it and free to migrate the 80% of your SharePoint 2013, your content and your collaboration sites. But for those 20%, we have a very vibrant ecosystem of migration vendor. Most of them are available in the expo hall. And these guys specialize in different scenarios. So for the remaining 20%, if that's something that you want to take to the cloud, I encourage you to connect with some of these vendors, understand the scenario, pick the right one that's right for you, and start moving the rest of your content to the cloud. So that brings us to the last source, which is content that's saved on third-party storage. In our case, we have content in Box and Google Drive. And for that, we're planning to use the Microsoft Fast Track service. It's a benefit that's available for Office 365 customers with 500 seats or above. And what Fast Track team does is they do the migration service for you. They do actually onboarding to help you prep your environment, get you hybrid configured, and they start working with you to plan your migration. They actually do the execution of the migration for you, as well as provide you the licenses for the migration tool at no extra charge. So a way that you can get your content from Box and Google Drive into OneDrive and SharePoint free and easy. And if you have any other sources or other scenarios that are not covered by Fast Track, again, our vibrant vendors are here for you, and they're able to get the rest of your migration jobs done. We work very closely with all the migration vendors. They all build on the common migration APIs that we provide to make sure that we support them to get your content migrated. So with that, I just want to wrap things up and show you kind of the path that we put you on in order to get your free and easy migration. Starting with file share. If you have file share, the SharePoint migration tool should meet all your needs. And if you need extra hand, reach out to the Fast Track team. They'll help you with your migration. For SharePoint 2013, start with doing hybrid. Easy way, few clicks, less than a minute, you're hybrid connected, and you start your content in the cloud. You have a free assessment tool for 2010, 2013, so you can understand the content that you have and build your migration plan. Use SharePoint migration tool to migrate your content today, and then if you need more, in a few months, you will have a public preview that will do the full site migration. And if you're in Box or Google Drive, reach out to the Fast Track team. They'll help you get the job done. So with that, I want to leave you with a call to action to start your migration journey. If you are in SharePoint on-prem, get your hybrid done. Download SPMT tonight. Tonight. Don't wait till Monday. Tonight, download it. Move your own content to your OneDrive. So you get energized, and on Monday, you start migrating the rest of your organization. And finally, if you need help, Fast Track is here for you. Thank you for attending, and if you have any questions. And please don't forget the survey.
Yeah, please evaluate. Yeah, questions?
Yes, sir.
When you do file share migration, can you set metadata? What's the metadata in one go?
You can set.
For example, I have a CSV file with the source path and some extra metadata.
Uh-huh.
Can I set that in one go?
You should be able to, yes. It's by folder, so you provide the source path and the destination, and anything under that path will migrate to the destination.
The mics are hot.
Oh, so the mic is hot now.
But you can set also extra metadata.
The extra metadata. Currently, SharePoint Migration Tool does not support the extra metadata for file share.
Okay. One more question.
Sure.
With the full migration, what happens with content editor web part, the HTML in it? Does it go to a modern page or a classic page?
Simon, do you? Yeah, let's take that offline. And again, this is very early. We're still in the development of that one, so we're still figuring it out. Yes?
Hi, so I have a question about migrating a site, even as it is now with the libraries and lists. It looks like it comes over to a modern team site, not a modern communication site. Do you have the option to choose, or always a team site?
So currently, out of box, we do modern team site, and then from there you go into you can groupify it and teamify it, and then you can do whatever you'd like in order to for your
that's my next
collaboration.
question.
For communication site usually is kind of for a broader set of communication. But at the end of the day, with the tool, it takes a source and a destination. So as long as you have a destination URL, there's a document library there. We're going to add content there.
Okay, so you can actually provision a communication site. Great. And then you can add an O365 group on top if you have a
Yes.
team site.
Yes.
Good.
You can groupify a modern team site.
Okay, I had one more question. When you did move the user's files into the OneDrive, it noted that all files were automatically shared. I wanted to know if you could just clarify that shared status.
Yeah, so for file share, we preserve permissions. So if those were, say for example, I added you to have access to the file, we'll preserve that in the.
Got it. So they were shared before you migrated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So even though it was content owned by Haney, I had done some edits on those files as well, so they were already shared with me.
Yes.
So after the migration, that permission was persisted.
And this is something that you have, Roshane mentioned that for SharePoint, but you have that as well. You have the option to retain the permissions or disable that and basically get it new. And just you, for example, will have permission, and then you share it after that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I've used the migration tool a lot, and I got
Thank you.
throttled a lot.
You got?
Throttled a lot
Okay.
by Microsoft. Is there anything you can do?
So that's a much deeper discussion because sometimes we confuse throttling with throughput. So there's a lot of there's lots of things. So that's a deeper discussion. If you'd like I can have that discussion afterwards.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
stick around.
Hi. For file share migrations, does your tool look at the links within a document and see if they're going to break? Because we've had a lot of problems with that.
Yeah, we don't do link fix-up. We don't crack open the document, right? We just take the document and copy it as is. We don't crack open the document or change any of the links or any content. At that point, we're basically invading the content, your content, so we don't do that.
But it won't even identify that there is a link, so you know that there's a problem.
We don't do anything that reads into your
Yeah.
content. So that's always kept, only for you. We never see that. So we don't read or we don't know if there's any links or anything else that is inside your documents.
Because our problem is if we try to move stuff in their links and it breaks the user's links, there's like, a
Yep.
war.
That we hear that feedback.
And the other thing is with the file share migrations, can we also use modified date if we don't want to take stuff that's 10 years old and move it over?
Yes.
So modified works.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
How long before Office 365 tenant-to-tenant migrations are supported?
That's a great question. So for the SharePoint migration tool, our focus is on on-prem to the cloud migration. Tenant-to-tenant is a separate investment that's being done. There's some thinking about it. There's no specific roadmap, but it's something that's in our backlog and we're considering.
So likely at some point next year or the year after, maybe.
Where it's in the planning phase, we don't have a committed date yet.
Okay, thanks.
But it's something that we understand that stop ask.
Hi. There's three things real quick. The first one, I've noticed that most of the content migration that you support is from 2010 up. Is there any kind of plan for any, like 2007, 2003?
No, so at this point, we're starting with 2013 because most of our on-prem customers are in 2013. The next is going to be 2010, and then we're going to add support for 2016 and 2019 eventually. 2007 went out of support last year, so we're not planning to go back and support that. The amount of usage on 2007 is very small.
But is there like any method or any way of that you can migrate that? Because I know it's a long year, like from 2007 to
Sure.
online.
So not with the SharePoint migration tool, but there's other vendors, migration vendors, that they support earlier versions of SharePoint.
And the other thing is, does it also support from site collection to site collection?
Yes.
Like if I have a site collection, a SharePoint site collection, can I migrate that into another?
Yeah, that particular demo was site collection migration.
Right, that also goes into that.
Yes.
And the third thing is the SharePoint PowerShell. Does it also have, does it have the connectlets for the settings that the UI has, like the ones for keeping the version history and all that?
Yes. So that we just showed you a very simple sample, but yes, when you identify the session, you can add the tasks. So you can define the tasks for this session.
Okay.
So there's public documentation now because it's released. I would encourage you to look at that and understand how you can set that through PowerShell.
So that the migration session that I mentioned is that container where you add tasks to. So that's also where you do all of that configuration, how you want your migration to happen.
All right, thank you.
Can you use the tool, the full site tool, to copy a site collection?
To copy.
Yeah. So I would like a production environment and a test environment in two separate site collections.
Oh,
but
so
in the
from
same
on-prem
tenant.
to on-prem, you mean?
No, on online.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I can take complete
Yeah,
copy
yeah.
of the production environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
Our users have OneNote files out on these file shares, and my understanding is when you migrate those into OneDrive, there's a different syncing mechanism. Does your tool deal with OneNote files correctly?
It does. It does. We actually work very closely with the OneDrive team to make sure that we do the conversion correctly so they're usable and they have full fidelity once they get to OneDrive or SharePoint.
Thank you.
Hi, we make extensive use of managed metadata in our SharePoint farm right now. Can the tool migrate that information?
So for management for taxonomy, what we recommend customers is to set up hybrid taxonomy, so you can have the term stores in the cloud, and then from there we'll be able to migrate that as metadata on the content, and then we persist the same IDs between the cloud and on-prem, so we should be able to migrate those.
Okay, and that's part of the tool right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because that's part of the content migration.
Okay, great, thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
We use Citrix ShareFile. Do you have any plans on adding that third party, like, well, ShareFile is the box clone, or?
We don't have
Well,
plan.
migration from Citrix ShareFile to OneDrive.
Right. Our focus right now is on the SharePoint migration. So at least for the near future, that's kind of our focus. But for those specific sources, again, I would defer to some of our partners. Fast Track would only do Box and Google Drive.
Only those two.
Yeah, and file share. So these are the three sources that they support, but other vendors would be able to help you with different sources. Yes, sir.
So for your site usage analysis, do you need audit logs turned on before the migration?
No, so these are done as part of the assessment tool itself. We look at the usage DB and we aggregate some of this telemetry.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Cool.
Great.
All right.